Hello my humans, I'm Player Green and welcome to my channel. In today's video I'm going to show you how to run the Cayo Perico Heist as a solo player. You will need to do 6 missions including the heist to complete it. The average runtime to $1 million for this heist is 45 minutes. When starting the Cayo Perico Heist, the best location to start the heist from is the south end of Vespucci Beach. If you do not already own a helicopter or the Sparrow, your best option is to take a stolen boat or a helicopter to the submarine and then beach the submarine. I'll show you what I mean. You're definitely going to need a boat or an airplane or something to get to the submarine, because swimming to the submarine from the shore is not going to be worth your time at all. Now jump into the driver's seat and head for the shore with the submarine. As soon as you arrive at the beach shore, beach the submarine onto the sand and try not to hit any beach cores or you will gain a police star. Now hop out of the driver's seat and exit to see that you can now access the submarine on the beach by land vehicle if you need to. This location just makes it much easier to do the prep missions for the heist. Now before you begin, please take note that you need to pay a $100,000 setup fee to begin the Cayo Perico Heist. After you have paid the fee, you will start the heist preps with a gather intel mission where you will travel to the island to scope out targets, points of interest, and entry and exit points for the heist. Now hop back into the driver's seat and fast travel to the closest submarine location to ambush the smugglers to take their airplane. If you have not yet bought the Sparrow helicopter that parks inside the submarine, beach the submarine and go find a land vehicle to get to the location to steal the smuggler's airplane. Prioritizing the purchase of the Sparrow helicopter for the submarine will make doing the Cayo Perico heist much easier. When you arrive at the smuggler's airplane, whatever you do, do not explode the guy standing next to the airplane. It will damage the airplane and the engine will fail while flying and you will fall out of the sky. Make sure you shoot the pilot last. Now you will need to fly south to the shipping terminal. It's a long flight, but don't worry. Other players cannot auto-lock onto the smuggler's airplane. If anyone attacks you, continue evasive maneuvers until you reach the yellow corona to start the intel gathering mission. The location of the smuggler's airplane often changes, but the starting location for the mission by the shipping terminal never changes. Fun fact, I don't know why, but the color of the airplane changes in the cutscene. Comment below if you know why. In today's video, I'm not going to show you everything. I'm just going to map out the base locations to complete the heist solo. I will show you on the map the route I will take to the radio tower and the secondary locations I will check for loot, which are the main harbor and the airport hangar. This will decide my exit. Whichever location has the most loot, I will exit from there. There are a few ways you can get past the gate that I'm about to ride to. After you have crossed the field, cross the 2 roads and go through another small field with trees and you will see a 1-story building. Swoop around the building and cross the road again and enter the gate. For whatever reason, there is no guard beside the pedestrian entrance. When you enter through the gate, immediately turn to the right side and wait for the large watchtower's view cone of direction. Also keep an eye out for random patrol vehicles. They tend to pop out of nowhere to spoil the fun. Keep an eye on your minimap and come to this exact location. Wait for the large view cone to look in your direction and then travel past its left side through the field, past the trees, and into the farming patch. It can sometimes be a waiting game with the large view cone. Also, this is a prime location for vehicle patrols to quickly spawn, so be mindful and keep an eye on your minimap. Once you make it to the farming patch, it's a quick ride up the hill to the watchtower to hack in and check out the primary and secondary targets for looting. The computer hacking is a basic math puzzle to bypass the security system. Once you have completed the math puzzle, you will need to open the app on your phone.
You can use it with the app on your phone. Now, what do we have here?
On the app, viewing the security cameras, you will only need to check out the basement and office cams 1 and 2. The basement camera will show you the primary target, and the office cameras will show you the art on the walls to steal, if it is there. The next location is at the main harbor to check for more secondary targets. I will check 2 buildings to see what loot is available. If the higher price loot is at the main harbor. It will be a quicker getaway during the mission. I always try my best to make it down the hill without falling, but the trees and bushes are indestructible. Also, when you fall off your bike, you will not see it on the minimap, so don't get knocked off the bike and lose it in the bushes. Otherwise, it's a lot of running. As you approach the first building, be mindful of the foot patrols and the potential for a fast-moving vehicle patrol. The first building is an easy location to take a photo to send Pavel and text message. Cocaine and wall paintings provide the most profit. Then weed, and the least profit comes from cash. The next location is on the other side of the dock, and the photos can be taken at a distance. Still, it is important to be aware of the passing guard patrols. They will catch you quickly. Always snap 2 photos when shooting at a distant location. There are often 2 items to loot at each of the secondary target locations. When you're finished checking out the harbor, get yourself caught by a guard and head back to the airport. Now back at the airport, check the hangar and shed for secondary loot. Now that you have returned to the airport, check 2 locations in the hangar and 1 location in the shed. In the hangar, one of the loot locations is on the ground floor. The other location is on the second floor. You can use the forklift and pallet to climb up to the second floor. I prefer to just take 2 photos at an angle. The shed at the airport is the last location I will check before I return to Los Santos to begin doing the prep missions for the heist. You're more than welcome to continue scouting around looking for more secondary target loot locations and points of interest. But what I have shown you so far will provide you a full loot bag while doing the heist as a solo player. Once you have scouted everything on the island you wanted to find, return back to Los Santos to complete the prep missions for the heist. Now that you have gathered the necessary intel about the primary and secondary targets that you will be looting, you can now return to your submarine to begin the prep missions for the heist. The remainder of the prep missions are all in the lobby, so now is a good time to beat your submarine if you need to. The first prep mission I recommend that you do is stealing an approach vehicle for the heist. There are a lot of fun choices, but the long fin boat is a quick prep mission and it delivers you to the main dock entrance on the island. One of the locations to steal the long fin speedboat is from the Vespucci police station. I like to buzz the location first. It also activates the locations of the trucks to haul the boat to the docks.
I have found location of some options for you on your GPS now.
I don't really bother with the 2 regular trucks. I will choose a regular truck if it is closer to the objective, but I prefer using the Phantom Wedge truck. It's just a lot more fun in traffic. Also, a side note, when standing on train tracks, watch out for trains. Once you secure the truck you're going to use, then drive it over to the police station and do a snatch and grab of the flatbed trailer with the long fin boat on it. Choosing the Phantom Wedge is going to be an advantage when escaping the police response. There will be police vans with spike strips across the road. The best option is to drive through the police van instead of trying to maneuver around the spike strips ready to blow out your tires. Here's a police van. Here's a police van. Begin driving towards the docks, and when you're finished being chased by the police, park the truck and trailer in the middle of the railway bridge at this location until your stars go away. When your police stars have finally vanished, then proceed along the yellow GPS on your minimap and deliver the trailer to the docks. Heist prep complete. You now have an approach vehicle for the heist. Now return to the submarine and start the next prep mission. The first prep mission is to collect the plasma cutter. You will need this to cut through the security glass in the basement that is holding the primary target. This mission is very simple and will not take very long. First, you will go to a rival crew hideout to take a picture of their heist plan board. You will then text that picture to Pavel. Then he will give you a new map location where you will go and rob the rival heist crew for their plasma cutter to bring back to the submarine for the heist. The first building has no active security cameras or armed guards. It's a quick and easy task of taking a photo of the heist board.
Well, to guess based on the lack of shooting and shouting, they are not home.
The rival crew is going to be heavily armed at their heist location. If you are playing solo, I recommend going heavily armed and to have a fast getaway vehicle. because that rival crew is going to chase you and shoot at you with malicious intent. Personally, I like using the Sparrow helicopter because of its rapid-fire missile mode. It usually clears out the area pretty quickly, but the rival crew vehicles will continue to respawn, so you need to move quickly to pick up the plasma cutter to return it to the submarine. If you do not own a Sparrow helicopter, drive to your beach submarine, or drive to the shore and steal one of the Sea Sharks parked on the south side of the pier, and then drive out to the submarine to deliver the plasma cutter. The remaining prep missions for the heist all have the same difficulty, so prepare yourself. The second prep mission is to collect the Fingerprint cloner. You will need this to get into the elevator that goes to the basement holding the primary target. This is probably the easiest mission, as long as you don't set off any alarms. Sometimes the rival crew's hideout will change location, but the approach is always the same. It is in your best interest to shut off the power to the hideout so that you can ambush the rival crew when you go inside. Otherwise, it's going to be a firefight. Once inside, sneak up behind the crew quickly and pump leadacillin into each of them, because they have shotguns, and each one at close range could cut you down. Then do the puzzle on the laptop and prepare to move to the next location. The next location is even easier as long as you take care of the security before you break in. I don't know why I parked so far away, but I did. Anyways, just make sure you shoot out the 2 cameras before you break through the door, otherwise you're going to have unwanted company. The rest of the mission is a breeze. The Fingerprint cloner is a tiny device, and it is usually on the back desk. And since you already took out the security, you can take your time returning to the submarine with the Fingerprint cloner without any resistance. Next up is one more equipment prep mission for the heist. The third and final equipment prep mission is to collect the cutting torch from a construction site. You will need the cutting torch to open the locked gate in the basement holding the primary target, and for all the locked fences holding the secondary loot targets. The construction sites are usually heavily guarded. The Sparrow will come in handy here. Once you have defeated all the guards, you will then need to look in one of the marked toolboxes for a blue cutting torch. And that's it. You can now return to the submarine for the final prep mission required to start the heist. When starting the weapon loadout prep mission, ensure that you buy the gun suppressors for $5,000. This is a stealth mission. You don't want to make any noise. After that, this mission can go good or bad. It will go good if you only need to go to a building in downtown Los Santos. It will go bad if you need to very slowly follow a Merryweather helicopter to an ambush site. It's just a little tedious. If you get lucky and it's a building downtown, make sure you use a helicopter to land on the roof to enter and exit the building. The front door gunfight is not worth the effort. Once inside the building, neutralize everyone inside and retrieve the guns from the gun locker behind the desk. Then return to the submarine to start the final heist mission. When leaving the building, make sure you tap left on the D-pad to exit from the roof to return to your helicopter. Once you're in the air, perform evasive maneuvers to evade the pursuing helicopters. They will shoot you out of your seat if you don't. Outrun those pursuing helicopters, return to the submarine, and its final prep mission complete. You are now ready for the heist. After you have replenished your stock of ammo, snacks, and armor, you are now ready for the heist. This is a stealth mission, but be prepared for a helicopter response if you get caught. For this heist, I will take the primary target in the basement, the painting on the wall in the office, and the weed in the sheds at the main dock. I will be taking the longfin into the main dock, beaching the longfin at the harbor shoreline, but also escaping from the main dock. I highly recommend you choose nighttime to do this heist. It will make you less visible and less easy to get caught. Alright, start the mission. You'll spawn in driving the longfin towards the main dock. Before you arrive, beach the longfin on the shoreline. Try not to get caught by the guards, then go up towards the rocks on the right side. You need to keep a running pace for this route. Note my map. There are patrol vehicles everywhere waiting to catch you. Keep running until you see this cement patch with cinder blocks. Take a look at my mini-map. Now go directly between the two small directional cones and the large directional cone and keep running straight. Do not go too close to the road. There can be a surprise patrol. Keep running straight until you see a wavy curve in the road on your minimap. Go to that location. Once you get there, stand near the fence and wait for the patrol vehicle to drive by. When the patrol vehicle is out of range, quickly shoot the guard at the gate when out of range of the camera's directional cone. Then shoot the camera. Next, quickly shoot the two guards standing beside the Jeep. Make sure you shoot the guards before they see you. Otherwise, they will immediately raise an alarm. Next, you are going to steal the Jeep and drive over to the helicopter pad. You are going to neutralize all the guards because one of them is holding a security code for the door you should enter. The first 3 guards I shoot you must neutralize in order to secure the door at the helicopter pad. If none of the guards drop the security code to unlock the door, you're going to need to find more guards walking around. Someone will have the code. Once you have the security code, enter the door with the yellow corona. Once you're inside, run straight, but keep a safe distance from the guard. Then quickly jump the fence, turn to your right, and hide behind the bushes. Now wait for the guard on your right side to walk by, jump over the bushes, jump over the wall, turn right, and run up the stairs. Turn right at the top of the stairs, and then keep turning left to go up the stairs of the building. When you reach the 2nd floor, stand beside the purple door to hide from the patrol guard. After the patrol guard walks past you and he stands guard at the railing, sneak past him and go up the stairs and enter the office on the 3rd floor. When you're in the office on the 3rd floor, confirm any paintings are on the wall. Make sure you check the wall safe on the left side of the fireplace and collect the golden gun on the right side of the desk in the drawer.
It would be rude not to check the safe, I think.
The fun part is you get to keep the golden gun as a personal weapon after the heist is finished. If there is a painting available on the wall, you can steal it now or after you finish stealing the primary target in the basement. Head over to the elevator and use the fingerprint cloner to unlock the security panel for the elevator.
But that looks expensive. Success!
As soon as you're in the basement, run straight towards the locked gate and press right on the D-pad to burn the lock off of the gate. Once you get through the gate, then break through the protective security glass for the bottle of tequila. You can figure out your own cutting technique for the glass. Now return back out the way you came, but stop on the 2nd floor just after the standing guard. Just before the stairs, you're going to jump over the railing, but watch out. The light armored guard circles back and the heavy armored guard continues walking away. Keep an eye on your minimap and watch out for directional cones from all the guards and make your way over to these stairs. Wait at the top of the stairs for as long as you need to and neutralize the patrolling guard. The 2nd guard you can either walk past or you can neutralize him too. Then exit the same door you entered from. Now that you are outside, follow my route on my minimap. Run through the middle road loop straight into the field. Keep the road on the right side in view of the minimap, but don't get too close because there will be a large vehicle patrol cone.
This time I think you may have broken him.
Once you have passed the patrol vehicle, run parallel with the road until you see a fire barrel and some empty chairs. Jump over the right side post of the fence onto the shoreline and run to the right side. Continue running along the shoreline until just before the 2nd sewer wall. Standing just before the sewer wall, look out into the water and notice the patrol boat's route. When it circles close to the shore, quickly follow behind it, swimming as fast as you can, and then keep going past its route until you're close enough to the dock that you can scramble up the hill. When you arrive at the main dock, neutralize the dock entrance guard and the dock guard. Then you can neutralize the shed guard and the CCTV camera guarding the secondary target loot. You still have the cutting torch, so you can cut through any locked fences protecting secondary targets. Once you have finished filling your loot bag with secondary targets, return to the dock and steal one of the patrol boats and escape the island as quickly as you can. Then that's it, mission complete. If you're running the heist solo, hopefully you earn more than $1 million per heist. If you do run the heist with a partner, obviously you can make a lot more money as the host. If you're running a heist solo and you need an extra player in GTA Online, join my GTA Online Rockstar crew. The crew tag is PLAY, P-L-A-Y. I would be happy to help. If you enjoyed today's video or found it useful, please like and subscribe. See you in the next video.